Hello, hello, hello again. This is Emily Wardrop from Drop the Word Life Coaching. Today we're going to do a fun little activity. I was going to call it a pop quiz, but that doesn't sound fun. Who wants a pop quiz? Okay, so you can get out a piece of paper and a pen if you want, or you can just do it in your head, which is ill-advised in the life coaching community. It's hard to get a hold of what's going on in your head. But if you're like me and you have an aversion to the word homework, you don't like doing assignments, I don't know, being in school for a million years, then go ahead and just answer in your head if you want. Okay, because this is really pretty simple. So first, make a list of I am a. So basically, like, what are the roles? Like, I am a mom, I am a wife, I am a woman, I am a life coach, I am a whatever you are, right? Just go crazy to them all. I'm a sister, I'm a whatever, okay? I'm an aunt, I'm a neighbor, I'm a friend. So basically all your roles, your hats, we call them sometimes, right? Your maybe your identity, different ways that you identify yourself, okay? Now, if you went like super crazy and have a super long list, you might want to take this as a, not homework, but just a fun activity to do later. But at least let's just hop into the first few. Hold on, I'm distracted because this table is blocking my cute kiddos and half my husband's head. Let me just scoot it over. What's happening here? We'll just block that temple instead. I'm always looking at my background, right? Trying to figure out what's going on. Hold on one more second. Okay, so I'm just dawdling, giving you some time to work on your list, right? So I am a, right? Did you get all the things? Now, we're going to go through for each of those things. You're going to give yourself a score. Ooh, fun activity. So on a scale of 1 to 10, or I can do 11 because 11 is my favorite number. So I like to give myself an 11 sometimes. Scale of 1 to 10 on each of those things, where would you just rate yourself, right? So if 1 is like, you're like the worst. I'm an absolutely terrible friend. I never call my friends, never Marco Polo them, never think about them, never pray about them, never. I hate my friends. I'm a terrible friend. Whatever it is that you would consider a terrible friend, it's number 1, right? And then 11 is like, I'm the absolute best, like I'm better than a 10, right? You know how this works. So there you go. Give yourself a rating 1 to 10 or 11, wink, wink, on each of those. So just be quiet and give you some time. You can hit pause if you need more time. You're for sure going to need a little time. I just look at myself, mess with my eye makeup. The table's still blocking the kid a little bit. Hold on. What was it? You see the Legos on the floor when I stand up. I block them with my body usually. There's always Lego. Okay, it's Winnie the Pooh's treehouse currently on the floor in here. If you want a better look, it's a little mangled, but what Lego set is never mangled, right? If it actually gets played with. Okay, all right, you've got a score from 1 to 10 on all those things. Now, there's a lot of places we can go with this. There's 2 places I want to go today. One point that I'm trying to make, and the other one just for bonus fun on this fun activity. Okay, let's start with the bonus. So as you look at your numbers you gave yourself, if there's anything you don't like what you see, then call me. You don't actually call me. You go to www.dropthewordlifecoach.com, sign up for a free consult. We'll chat about any part of your life that you feel like needs a little bit of work. That's what a life coach does, is help you, and especially help you with your perception of yourself in any of those areas, because obviously this is very subjective and it doesn't matter like what anybody else would rate you as. It matters what you think of yourself, and I can help you with that, with your thoughts about yourself, right? In any area of your life. So there's your bonus. But what I do want to talk about today is, are you a mom? Do you have, I'm a mother on there? And then do you have anything that's just sort of you as yourself? So if you didn't do this already, let's give yourself a rating. So just basically your relationship with yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Like, how do you think about you just sort of in general? Basically like all your identities kind of smooshed together. Like just me as a person on a scale of 1 to 10, how would I rate myself? Which is basically, how do I think about myself? My thoughts about myself is my relationship with myself. So we're kind of, wow, that's gnarly. I try to embrace the curl. I don't crush it as much, and that is, anyway. Okay, what do you think? Your identity of yourself. Now, this is the interesting thing that I wanted to point out. I wonder if this happened for you too, because this definitely happens for me, and I've seen it a lot for clients. Is a number of how you think about yourself as a mom. So that's on your list of identities, right? I'm a mom. The same as your perception of yourself in general? Is it like close, or is it the exact same number? So I found this to be true. We do this really weird thing as moms, where we take on our identity as a mom as our identity, how we perceive ourselves, how we think that we're doing in the world. Whoops, I don't really have all day to talk about this. This was supposed to be quick. We're okay. Yeah, it's like we equate our own worth with our own perception of our worth. Either way, right? As a mom also. Isn't that weird? Like if I yelled at my kid, then I'm a terrible person, right? So if I, if my kids are like, I'm hungry, that little guilt trip they do at bedtime to get one more delay to get them to sleep. And then you take that on, you're like, oh yeah, they should be hungry. And you go through the whole entire day. What did they eat? And, oh my gosh, I'm a terrible mom because I didn't make them eat more. I always use food examples a lot. There's other examples. But yeah, we always make that mean that we're a terrible mom, right? And as I'm always trying to get you to believe, you are a good mom, which also means you are a great person, like in general. Because if we're going to tie our own self-worth up to our mommy worth, which is a weird thing that our brain does. Did you see yourself in your list? Did your brain do that? It's funny, huh? So it's just interesting to notice and then to try to rewire our brains, right? So that's what I do as your coach. I'm so excited to help you believe that you are a good mom. It also means you are a good person. And in fact, like lesson number 1, your worth is set. Your value is, it just is. You came that way. There's nothing you can do to change it. And we kind of believe that when we look at a newborn baby, like they are 100% worthy, right? Their worth is set. They didn't do a dang thing. They can't do a dang thing for themselves. But at some point that starts to change. We expect a lot more out of them. And then we expect a lot more out of ourselves. And that like somehow our worth is tied into all that. So let's untangle all of that in your brain. I'd love to help you. dropthewordlifecoach.com. Free consult. We just get on Zoom like this, except you're here too. Because I'm recording this in Zoom. That's why my name's right there. And yeah, we'll talk about kind of your entanglement if this is intriguing to you or whatever else you want to talk about. And then I can tell you more about my coaching program and we can get your head straightened out because, sister, your worth is not tied to your momminess. Okay. So I have a lot more to say about this. So let's talk about it another time because I gotta go. But thanks for listening and I will see you next time. Bye.